I can't believe it's New Year already. Most people say New Year, new me. We're going to say New Year, new shop.
So we're going to spend the next year transforming this garage into a woodworking shop.
But first, I have a question for you. What is a cabinet? A cabinet is basically just shelves with a door. Here's some shelves. We want to put doors on it. Problem is, we haven't seen anybody else doing it.
We're going to try to do it as cheap and easy as possible and see if there's a reason why no one else has done it.
So, let's get started. You might be asking, why do you want to do this in the first place? For us, it's because it's super distracting looking at all of our stuff in all of our videos. And second, what if you can do this for cheap? See how nice it can turn out. We knew before starting this project, we were going to have some challenges. First being, why is no one doing this? There has to be a reason. So we're going to have to figure out everything ourselves. We're going to be working with material we've never worked with before, melamine. We definitely wanted melamine due to the fact you don't have to paint it. It's quite durable, but I have heard it has its challenges to work with, such as being extremely sharp when cut. It likes to chip out, causing little blemishes on the edges. It's very heavy, you can't get it wet, and it doesn't hold screws very well. Once you put a screw in, you can't take it out. So knowing all this, we were nervous and excited to try. I need to explain that there is no universal way of doing this. All garage shelves would be built differently to the needs of that person. But I do believe anybody can do this with some alterations, and it turned out absolutely amazing. With all of that out of the way, I'll do my best to explain how we did it.
42 3/4.
So right now, all we're doing is making the outer surface as straight and flush as possible, so that the doors have a flat surface to rest against, as well as the flat sheets of melamine having a secure place to attach to. We then had to figure out the placement of the hinges. Once we figured that out, we needed to grab small chunks of spare 2x4s to place it behind where the hinges would go, because one 2x4 was not wide enough for the hinges to attach to. I must have been a very good boy this year, as for Christmas, Shay's family got me this track saw, and I'm so thankful for it. It is by far the best tool upgrade that I've gotten since I've started woodworking.
Absolutely amazing.
We can now break apart full sheets of plywood, making life so much easier, especially with the upgrade that we purchased, but that'll be revealed on the next video. Right now, we're rough cutting out the doors, leaving a little bit extra. This is because we've never worked with melamine before, and we weren't sure how much it would chip out or how difficult it is to work with. We just went back later and fine-tuned it to the exact dimension. Or so I thought were the exact dimensions.
We change in direction, we left an impression. There's no need to question, we got your attention. We thinking outside the box, we flying like astronauts. No ceiling, we're taking off, we climb and we never stop. Lock it in, turn it around, switch it up. That's how we got to the top. Lock it in, turn it around, switch it up.
Now that the doors are cut out, we made a template to show where the hinges needed to go on the doors. We did this to save time, as we had to make 6 doors. If you plan on installing concealed hinges, also known as European hinges, I highly recommend this Craig jig. It has paid for itself 5 times over easily. There'll be a link in the description if you are interested. Because melamine's heavy and these doors are quite large, we actually went with 4 hinges for each door.
Don't need no permission to start the ignition, the latest edition.
Once that was done, we made another template to show where we need to place the other end of the hinges.
Like astronauts, no ceiling, we're taking off. We climb and we never stop. Lock it in, turn it around, switch it up. That's how we got to the top. Lock it in, turn it around, switch it up.
Using a laser to make sure that all the doors were straight, as well as the template, it made it extremely easy to place all the hinges.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do.
So, after being sick for a while, we're better now and we can get back at it. Where we left off, we had two issues. One being, the doors are cut slightly too big. The hinges are as far apart as they can go. They're touching. So we're going to have to take all the hinges off, trim the door slightly, put it all back together. Second issue being, 2x4s aren't straight. We should have thought of this beforehand. We didn't. I don't know why. But as you can see, it's kind of warped. Hinges are adjusted as much as they can go. So we're going to have to play around with the placement of the hinges to get those straight. So because the doors are cut slightly too big, we have to take the door off, remove the hinges so that we can flip it over so there'd be less chip out on the face of the door, trim a little bit off, put the hinges back on, and then remount it. And then repeat that 3 more times. Now it's time to show you the hardest part of this whole project, the edge banding. It's not that edge banding is difficult, it's just there's a lot of it to do in this. Every single panel has 4 edges that you need to edge band. When you have 15 panels, that adds up quick. If you've never edge banded before, I promise you it's not hard. Just get the pre-glued stuff, you simply iron it on, press it down, cut the edges, and trim it. It just takes a while. By the end of this though, you'll be an expert.
And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hands, my dear, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. But you just beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me.
When we originally built the shelves, there was some overhang. We never trimmed it off because we didn't see the need for it. But now we kind of had to take it out. So while Shay was doing that, I was aligning all the doors. It was quite challenging, but I would say I did a really good job, especially considering this was all attached to 2x4s. So now it's time to actually enclose the shelves. There were definitely some challenges with doing this. You need a lot of wedges. I ended up making close to 50 wedges to do this, to make it so that all the panels are the same depth as the doors. Another challenge was lining everything up. I found it worked best if you only use 1 or 2 finishing nails to hold up the piece you're working on, cut out the second piece, line the 2 up, then permanently attach the first piece. We did only use finishing nails on this. The reason for that is, finishing nails hide very well. If there is any issues in the future, I can easily fix it myself. You may want to use more permanent solutions such as screws. There are little stickers you can buy that go with melamine that cover up screws. Once everything was in place, lined up, and secured, you just had to trim off all the wedges.
And when you're done, I'll make you do Vital again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hands, my D, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. But you just begged to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I sing you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me.
If you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to us if you hit that subscribe button.
They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again.
Aside from some handles, this half is done. Turned out amazing. No one would know that these aren't professional cabinets. That behind it, just regular garage shelving. I highly recommend, if you have a little bit of extra money, do this yourself if you have this type of shelving.
With the power of editing, now we've added the handles and completed the last end.
I think it looks great. I'm super happy with how it turned out. We did wait a month just to try it out to see how it turns out, see if there's anything we'd want to change, and the results are no. We're
Perfect.
happy with it. It's great.
Yeah, love it.
All the doors work perfectly. There's no issues whatsoever on any of the doors. It's just great. I highly recommend anybody with these types of shelves, give it a try. So worth it, especially for the price and how easy it was.
And we actually have a video of how we built the original shelves. Super easy, super cheap. So you can totally check that out if you want to see and kind of follow along and create these shelves for yourself.
Yeah. And you might be wondering, are we going to do the shelves on that side in this style? We're not. We're thinking of moving the plywood rack over there. So we're actually going to be removing probably most, if not all of those shelves in preparation for the next video. Not the next one, but the one after that, where we're going to be building upper cabinets. I hope you stick around for that.